What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Bands, and I'm back with another YouTube video. And today we about to be reacting to, can you afford this Tesla? Bro, when I be looking at it, it look like it's cheap, but when I do the numbers, it be expensive, bro. So let's get into it. I'm not gonna hold y'all any further. Let's start the video, dog. Hold on, let me go ahead and start that.
Opportunity for Florida residents. We're looking for motivated people to take cybersecurity classes 100% online.
How much do I pay per month for my Tesla? This includes my auto loan and by extension, how much I paid, my down payment and interest rate, insurance, maintenance, yearly registration, and how much my electricity bill has gone up by.
Honestly, it shouldn't be that much for electricity. Honestly, that should be the cheapest bill, but let's see everything else you gotta say.
Otherwise known as my charging costs. Monthly cost is always a very popular topic, so let's discuss. Also stick around to the end as I'll be comparing how much I pay versus how much I make, which includes how much this channel makes me per month. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. I own a 2024 Model 3 Performance, so it's the refresh and the top spec for the Model 3. I ordered my car back in April. It was within an hour of it becoming available on Tesla's
52?
website. I mention this because Tesla is always changing price.
$52,000 for a Tesla, though. That's kind of wow, boy.
And promotions, so my price is not the current price, but it's actually not that far off. I paid $52,990 plus $1,500 for the white and
The only thing I don't like, bro, is they charge extra. Like the black and white interior, $1,500, bro. But you see, this Tesla saying $35,000. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's cheaper, but they hit you with these fees, and that's what makes it rack up like that.
bringing the updated price to $54,490. I went with the stealth gray paint because I liked the way it looked. I thought it looked the best when wrapped in a matte PPF, and it was free $99, which is honestly my favorite price. Today, that same spec would cost you $54,990. So about $500 more. However, the white seats are free now, but it's just because of the whole EV tax credit limit. It's a whole thing. If you are on the fence about wanting or getting white seats, I highly recommend them. I love my white seats.
See, I mean, you could get white seats. I don't know why I don't have a Tesla, right? But the whole thing with the white seats, bro, like, if you got kids or if you got, like, family who's, like, messy, or even if you keep your car messy, which I don't, but white seats are easy to get dirty, bro. Like, I used to work at a car wash. Teslas used to come in. The ones with the white seats used to be looking crazy. So I wouldn't really recommend the white seats, but again, it's just personal preference.
But getting back to what I paid, as we can't forget about the fees. $1,390 destination fee, a $250 order fee, and a $4 tire fee, bringing the actual total to $56,134 for me. I did not buy full self-driving, which at the time was $8,000, simply because Tesla doesn't have a permanent transfer option, so the subscription just makes more sense in my opinion. Yeah. Also, not to mention, autopilot is free with every Tesla, and that alone will keep the car in its lane, speeding up and slowing down based on traffic. A lot of people think that you need full self-driving to get autopilot, but you don't. And finally, tax, which for me is 6%, or a little over $3,000. And I paid all that up front when I registered the car. So all in all, a little over $59,000. Last thing, I mentioned tax credit, and I wanted to quickly clarify that this car and this spec did qualify for the tax credit due to it being under the $55,000 MSRP cap. However, I don't qualify, but if you do, then just keep that in mind, that you will just take $7,500 right off the purchase price. No waiting till tax time or anything like that. Effectively making this a $47,500 car. And the fees along with software don't count toward that MSRP cap, in case you're curious. Now for the car payment, because I did take out a loan. I put down exactly $15,884, leaving $4,250. The $250 being the order fee, which I paid when placing my order. So
Me personally,
$40,000 finance.
I wouldn't put that
At the
much
time
down.
that I placed
I
my
don't like
order,
putting
the
that
lowest
much
rate
down
Tesla
for
was
cars
offering
and
was a
stuff like that.
6.29% or
But I'm
somewhere
not a
around
financial
there.
advisor,
It was in the
so
low sixes.
don't
My
take
credit
my
union, on the
advice.
other hand, was offering a 4.99% at 60 months or a 5.29% at 72 months. Tesla doesn't change rates based on months unless you go up to an 84-month loan. Another thing to note is Tesla's approvals. And when I say Tesla's
do you see
approvals,
the
I actually mean
monthly
like
on
their
that,
banking
bro?
partners. Whenever you finance through Tesla, it's not Tesla themselves giving you the money. Like, it's a third-party bank. It's normally like Wells Fargo or whoever they decide. And they're
My bad. I don't got premium. I'm sorry. Oh,
I use QuickBooks because
double ad.
it's
I'm
easy to
sorry.
use software, but I also
Come on,
have
let's go.
access to live.
Their approvals are only good for 30 days. And as the estimated date shown for my car to be delivered was more than 30 days, I didn't want to get approved, then have it expire while I'm waiting and have to go through another credit check. I just didn't want to deal with that. Plus, my credit union was good for 90 days. So, of course, I went with my credit union. I got approved for the 4.99% at 60 months. I did not get approved for the 5.29% at 72 months. I don't know. I couldn't tell you why. They gave me instead a 5.94%. I don't know. Still, though, it was better than Tesla's, so I took the 72 months at the 5.94%. Meaning my monthly car payment on that $40,000 loan was $663.
He got Navy Federal.
Now I have two tips here in case you
too.
are looking at ordering a Tesla. One for saving money and one for just speeding up how fast you get your car. The first one, saving money, make sure you use a referral. Right now, I think it's like $1,000 off if you use a referral. However, people are only allowed a certain amount of referrals per year. At the time that I'm recording this, all of my referrals have been used up. I'll still have it linked down below just in case you're watching this in the future. But if you do click on my link and it says that I've reached my limit, then just go and find someone else's. There's a ton of people online that are advertising their referrals. The referral does tend to change, though. As of right now, like I said, it's $1,000 off. Secondly, in order to get your car quicker, choose cash when ordering. And then when you get a VIN, change to financing. Choosing cash has just been shown to give you priority. I chose cash, and I was actually one of the very first performance Model 3s in my state, even though as soon as I got a VIN, I just messaged in via the app and asked them to switch me to financing. But with the car payment out of the way, let's talk insurance, as that is the next biggest expense. And insurance lately has been something else. Sheesh. This is my insurance on screen.
Let's go ahead and look at that because I need to see the numbers for that. Oh my gosh, my computer's about to die. This video might be cut short. Sorry guys, I'm so sorry.
It's pretty much the max. I have a $250, $500, $250. My state does have a $0 glass deductible like requirement, so that's not something I added, but it is there. And my deductible is the max at $2,000. All this cost me a little under $1,200 for a 6-month premium, or
6 months,
$197 per month. Please keep in mind, though, I have another car in my household on my insurance, along with the house, so I get like bundled discounts. I'm also 26, so I'm not getting that, been driving for 30 years discount, but I do have a clean record. Now, I'm not an insurance agent, but I would highly recommend not getting like your state minimums, especially if your state minimums are super low like my state's, as the cars are just super expensive nowadays. Like, I'm pretty sure the minimum for my state is like 25, 50, 25. And well, the average new car purchase in the US nowadays is touching $50,000. As for the deductible, because I know some people are going to ask, why is it that high? To be honest with you, if I could make it higher, I would. If it's anything under like $5,000, like I'm buying a $60,000 car, I have money put back for car emergencies. I'm not involving insurance. So my deductible, well, it doesn't really matter. Insurance companies are dropping people left and right nowadays, along with just pulling out of entire states. So to be honest with you, the less they're involved, the better, in my opinion. Having a high deductible also just keeps more money in my pocket. This isn't insurance advice. Do what you want to do. This is just what I do and my reasoning behind it. If you hate insurance companies and think that they're a massive scam and you just want to run to them for everything with a $0 deductible, well, then go for it. And if you're wondering how I got around my deductible maximum that my credit union required, well, I'll talk about it later. Also, I do tend to shop around every 6 months when I'm up for renewal.
You keep talking about talk about it later. Boy, my computer on like 10%.
I do want to talk about registration.
Let me see what
The
my computer
registration
on,
is actually only like
10%,
$20, but my state does have a motor vehicle property
We're not
tax,
gonna
which
finish
does
this
fluctuate
video. We're
based
gonna
on
have
the
to make
value
a
of the
part
vehicle,
2.
but it's around $500. And my state has a new EV like tax, and it's $120. So right around $620 per year or $50 per month. Also,
That's
a
a
lot
lot
of states are starting to introduce a EV tax because, well, you're not buying gas, which includes road tax, so they got to tax you somehow. So you should probably look at your state and to see if they ever have that or they're planning on doing it, just so you're prepared and not kind
I
of
live in
blindsided.
Florida.
Next
I
up,
hope we don't
maintenance,
got
which
that.
is
I gotta
pretty
look
much
into
zero.
it.
I've owned 3 Teslas at this point, and I've spent a whopping of, it's not exactly $0. Like, I've spent a little bit of money here and there, but it might as well be $0. No oil changes, brake pad replacements. Like, you may have to swap a cabin air filter for like $30 every few years, but
$30?
that's about it. You could calculate in
$30?
rotation, but I normally do that myself, and the winter wheels I had from my previous performance fit my new ones, so I didn't have to pay for anything there. But to be honest with you, you should be buying winter wheels for any car should you need them. There are little things at the 2, 4, and 6 year mark that are mentioned in the manual and I've made videos on, but to be honest, they're pretty inexpensive and I don't even calculate them in. You could totally put back as little as like $25 a month for this car for maintenance and be completely fine. Subscriptions are up next, which I almost forgot about, but yes, this car does offer them and I pay for them. Kinda.
Sheesh.
Premium connectivity and full self-driving. I have an entire video on premium connectivity if it's worth it, and how to hotspot your phone to your car if you want to kind of get premium connectivity. There are some caveats. But
what is premium connectivity?
Your car and
like,
a limited data plan for $10 a month or $99.
If you guys know what that is, drop it in the comments because I don't know what that is.
I personally think it's worth it, and at $8.25 per month, assuming that you buy the year up front, it's honestly not too bad. However, I do use referral points for mine, so it is technically free. I believe a year.
Hey, y'all looked at that Starlink Wi-Fi? I've been looking into it, dog. I just don't like spending money like that upfront cost. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? So I might not get it, but it look interesting. Like you could have Wi-Fi wherever you go. I don't know. It seemed like a good deal.
Like 2,500 points. Full self-driving, which I mentioned earlier, you can actually get via a subscription for $99 a month and can be stopped and transferred to other Teslas, unlike the $8,000 permanent full self-driving unlock. You can also cancel and just straight up save money on months where maybe you're not driving that much. And just like my premium connectivity,
this man got a radar detector. Bro, you know he be speeding, dog.
For this, it's 6,000 referral points for 3 months worth of FSD, and that's what I do. And lastly, charging costs. I do literally all of my charging at home, where I am on a special electricity rate plan that makes my kilowatt hour cost cheaper at night, which is when I do my charging. And most electricity companies are going to have some sort of special plan like this. Let
me tell you something. I live in apartments, you know what I'm saying? So I can't be charging at home. I gotta go to wherever they got them charging stations at. So that's what be blowing me. Like, can you have a Tesla while living in apartments? Let me know, please, because I want one, but that's the thing. Like, is it going to be... I don't know what word I'm looking for, but it counterintuitive. There you go. Is it going to be counterintuitive because I live in apartments? You know what I'm saying? I can't charge at the crib. I got to go somewhere to charge it, right? Unless, I don't know. If you guys work with it, let me know. Let me know, please. Shit.
You can get as well. My electric rate during that off-peak time is 6 cents per kilowatt hour. I use Testify to track all my stats. I'll have them linked below. I'm not sponsored or anything. It's just I've been using them for years now. And via Testify, I can see that I used 460 kilowatt hours during August. At 6 cents per kilowatt hour, that is $27.60. Also via Testify, I can see that I drove almost 1,400 miles last month. 2,760.
That's a lot of miles.
1,400.
That's
about 2 cents
a lot
per
of
mile.
Miles too, I can't even be talking. Another ad? I'm sorry. I don't have premium. I'm sorry.
As for supercharging, which
that boy making money on off this video, my bad.
In my area, it's about 35 cents per kilowatt hour, which if you're starting to do the math is like 5 times as expensive as what I pay at home. If you're charging at home versus gas, you're gonna save a ton of money. However, if you're buying a Tesla without home charging and you plan to just supercharge, well, you're not really gonna save any money compared to gas. My car has an 82 kilowatt hour battery, and at 6 cents per kilowatt hour,
that answers my questions, ladies and gentlemen.
Right around $5 to fully fill up my car. Also keep in mind that I'm never actually going from 0 to 100%. It's more so like 50 to 80 or 40 to 80 per night, that is. But at a supercharger in my area where it's 35 cents per kilowatt hour, well, that's like $28. And $28 for a fill up is very close to what we would pay for the gas car in our household to fill up. And is around the same price as my entire monthly charging cost.
But 45 in my tank
now,
give me like
about 360.
Like
California, you may think that's actually not that bad. Well, you do have to remember that supercharging cost does tend to follow gas prices. For example, gas in my area is around $3 a gallon, and the supercharger rate is around 35 cents per kilowatt hour. But if you were to go to somewhere like California, where gas is $6 a gallon, supercharger costs there are upwards, if not over, 60 cents per kilowatt hour. So double the gas price, double the supercharger price. But to add everything up, so car payment, insurance, maintenance, registration, subscriptions, charging costs, $1,075.
$1,000 a month for the car,
I get for free, so you can actually just minus $110 off that. So right around $965, or just round it up to $1,000. I mentioned in my other how much I paid per month video on my old Tesla that $1,000 was around about 5% of my monthly income, which led to people asking what I did for a living. It was all from YouTube, and even people using those sites that try and predict YouTubers' ad revenue. Yes, I am fortunate enough that this is my full-time job. Also, those sites that try to predict ad rev can be very inaccurate because it
so you getting chicken,
and if the
he basically trying to say you getting chicken, dog.
Shorts don't make as much money as longer.
Whatever he's saying, he's trying to get chicken. That's what he's saying.
Sites that just give out wrong information. I figured, why not just tell you all? I'm transparent. You all know this. Last month, so August, this channel made me in ad revenue $7,374.03.
That boy made 7 racks.
What this channel averages now.
Oh, that's his average. 7 racks a month.
But that's pretty average. And if you don't know what ad rev is, it is the revenue that YouTubers make from the ads that are displayed on their videos when people watch them. Some people think that subscribers matter. They don't. It's all about views. That's how a YouTuber gets paid. Or at least that's
74 racks?
Part of it.
Hey, Alexa, what's 7,000 times 12?
7,000 times 12 is 84,000.
Damn, I was a little wrong. Just a tad bit wrong.
Other part is stuff like affiliates, sponsors, or just selling stuff. And due to contracts and agreements with those affiliates and sponsors, I can't tell you which company and what amount I get paid, but I can bundle them all up and give an estimate. For everything else, so affiliates, sales, sponsors here on the channel, it's around about $15,000 per month. However,
Whoa! Alexa, what's 15,000 times 12?
15,000 times 12 is 180,000.
Alexa, what's 180,000 plus 84,000?
180,000 plus 84,000 is 264,000.
264,000. This man's getting chicken, dog.
You know, I own test stuff, and none of that includes test stuff. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into test stuff, and I really do appreciate everyone that's ever ordered from us. And it's because of you all choosing test stuff that you don't see annoying VPN or mobile game ads here on the channel. I essentially don't need to rely on sponsors. Now, for people that made it to the end and are curious why I have a car payment making what I make, I'm not going to sit here and try to act like that this isn't a good paying job, it is. I actually
Tell me
don't
about
have a
it.
car payment. After sleeping on it for a few weeks, I just decided that an almost 6% interest rate wasn't
my
something
bad,
that I wanted
dog.
to do. Also, we plan on
Who
moving
is
in the
this guy?
spring, and I'm gonna need a mortgage. I ended up paying like $150 over the course of like the month that I had the loan, just to kind of make up my mind. So yeah, the car is paid in full, so just subtract
Wow.
the $663 from the $965. In reality, it's around like $300 a month, which is how I was able to get the $2,000 deductible. The bank can't tell you what to do if the bank doesn't own it. Now, I'm not one to give unsolicited advice, especially because like 70% of my audience is actually older than me, and I just
Yeah.
feel kind of weird giving
yeah.
advice to people
feel
that
you.
are
I feel
older
you.
than me. But if you are curious on just kind of my thoughts on how much you should be paying for your car per month versus your income, the general rule of thumb is no more than 10% of your monthly income on your car. If you're a big car person and
10%.
absolutely love it, you can push that up
Put in
to 20%,
10%.
which, to be honest with you, I pretty much agree with those numbers. However, if you want to push that up to 25, 30%, I still don't have a problem with it, assuming all your other
25,
ducks are in order. Life is short.
30%?
You really don't know how long you have. And if you want to spend a little bit of extra money on a nice car, go for it. People said I was stupid for buying my first Tesla back at, I was 22. And well, here we are. Like I said, not advice, kind of just
be
my own
snapping.
food for thought. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, feel free to fire them off in the comment sections. I'll try to get back to you. You can also reach out to me over on Instagram, Twitter. If you are new around here and you do want to see more Tesla related stuff in your YouTube feed, then feel free to subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace.
Good video, W video. I'ma link the original video in the chat. I'm surprised that my computer lasted that long. I do want to say thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. It's your boy Benz. Peace.